Welcome back, everyone. RacerX here, and today I am in Orlando, Florida at Orlando Speedworld for a big Mopar event. You can see this car right back here behind me. That is my Demon 170, and it is the Modern Hemi Shootout. This should be a ton of fun. There's high horsepowered Hemis everywhere out here, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to try a little bit of index racing. It's just not making enough power today. There's no way it's going to run 9.0s, so I might try the 950 index class. Maybe hit the brakes at the top of the track, assuming the car is hooking. And it's just something different to try. Maybe I'll show you guys some footage of some other really cool cars that are out here. There's stuff everywhere. So it should be a ton of fun. If you guys are brand new to the channel, please do me a big, gigantic favor. Hit subscribe right over here, and off we go.
T-minus 15 seconds.
Today I'm back at the Dream Giveaway Garage in Largo, Florida, because I want to show you guys something really, really special. I recently showed you one of their newest Mopar giveaways, and they are both absolutely epic. It's these two monsters right back here, two classic Mopars. I absolutely love these, but they got something else, one of their most expensive giveaways that they have ever done, one of the most epic cars they have ever given away, and I just have to show it to you. Take a look at this. And here it is in the flesh. It is a 2005 Ford GT. Words cannot describe how ridiculous this car looks in person. Just take a look at how low the front end of this car sits. Oh man, this is an amazing automobile. 6-speed manual. I will show you the interior of it. 315s in the back. Take a look at the engine. 5.4 liter supercharged engine, 550 horsepower, 500 pound-feet of torque, but a true supercar by anybody's definition. Just look at it from the back. Man, that thing is wide. I'm telling you guys, pictures do this thing no justice. I don't know how they managed to get a hold of one of these, because they're very, very hard to find at a very exclusive club of people that owns these. It is amazing how low this car sits. Definitely an expensive car. They're giving $117,000 just to pay the taxes on this car. Check out the cooling right here, right here. It's just so many angles to this. It's really hard to describe. And then of course, check out the interior here. You've got that brushed aluminum. Really, really neat gauges right in here. I love the seats in this car. Everything about this car is wicked. You can see how the doors open right here on the top. It's a very different car. All business, what's not to love? So guys, don't miss out on your chance to win a Ford GT. Absolutely pristine, as I mentioned. I am in love with this car. What an amazing machine. All you have to do is go to Dream Giveaway's website, enter my code, RacerX, and you will get not 3, but 4X entries. This is brand new for 2025, so make sure you use my code. I will go ahead and pin a link in the comments section to make it easy to find, but you definitely want to get in for this drawing. Like I said, one of the most expensive ones they've ever done on one of the most unique cars they have ever done. I cannot wait to see who wins this monster. Check this out. I found an exact clone of my old Hellcat Excessive. Literally, this car is almost a clone in every single way. This is so cool to see this. Check it out. It's got the exact same wheels on it, exact same badge, exact same rear wheel setup. I absolutely love this. Check it out. It's got the carbon fiber stripes with the red accent stripe, just like my car had. This is really neat to see. Now this, I just talked to him. This is his YouTube channel, 727SRT. And oh my gosh, it brings back memories just looking at this car, because it literally looks, I'm just floored. It looks so much like Excessive. Look who I found. It's my buddy Chris. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Good, man. So how's the car doing? A lot of you guys don't know that his car has a Hellcat blower, but it's actually a 5.7. You know, not everybody has seen that video, but how's your car running?
It's doing all right. It's doing all right. Since the last time we made a video, I've upgraded the exhaust. I have a full 3-inch MBRP with catless downpipes. I'm running 672 horsepower and 660 foot-pounds of torque to the wheel.
Jeez, today you're almost Hellcat power.
Almost.
Out of a 5.7.
Today I'm running my street tune. I don't have a track tune yet, but we're gonna get there.
Yeah. So have you, now you've been here long, I just got here today, but you were here yesterday too, right?
I was here yesterday.
So how were the track conditions yesterday?
Track conditions weren't bad. The prep was not ideal, but it was good enough for my car.
Not ideal. All right, guys, getting ready to run the 950 class. Like I said, the air is just not quite cold enough for me to run the 9.0 class, guys. So 904 is my best ever. It is not going to do that. It is hot and muggy out here today. I'm hoping for somewhere in the mid-20s if it dead hooks, but 950 gives me a little bit of room for air if I spin a little bit out of the hole. I've never run this track before, as I mentioned, so I don't know what this prep is going to be like. A lot of really high-powered Mopars out here. So let's hope it comes off clean and I can actually let off a little bit at the end. It's all going to depend on the launch, and it's all just going to be driver feel, right? Seat of the pants feel. So this should be interesting, a way different way to race. On that first pass, I wanted to see how much power the track would hold. Like I said, I've never made a pass at this track, and it was absolutely like being on ice. I tried getting the car into torque reserve, everything I normally do with this car, setting the tire pressures where I normally put them, and I didn't get traction until past the 330. That was a huge mess. So I guarantee you I'm going to be at the very bottom of the bracket. So I'm probably going to race the guy that ran the closest to 950 on this next pass. And I'm going to have to really modulate the throttle getting out of the hole in order to run anywhere near a 950 today. It's just a hot mess trying to get out of the hole. So I'm going to go film some other cars to see if they're having the same kind of spinning issue. Based on what I've heard from other people, everybody's kind of having the same problem. Nobody's getting traction off the line. So we're going to have to pull a bunch of power out. But luckily I entered the 950 class, so I don't have to give it everything right out of the hole. But it's still going to be some uphill sledding today. So we'll see. Guys, a 2018 Demon versus the 2023 Demon 170. Let's see how he does with the traction. See, he pulled way outside to the right here, outside the groove. I think that's what I'm going to do too. Everybody's spinning. Let's see how he holds. We got Hellcat versus Scat Pack, although this thing sounds far from stock. Let's see if he hooks up. 15-inch conversion on this car too. We've got a 170 here with a parachute. Good looking car. Let's see if he can hold the power. All right, guys, I got this wicked Scat Pack next to me. It is no ordinary Scat Pack, believe me. He's got an aftermarket engine in that thing. Really nice guy. I just talked to him for a little bit. You know, everybody's kind of battling the track today with traction because I know his car's really fast. Obviously, my car is a lot faster than a 950 car, but guys, it's all about who can hook. So I might try a little bit different strategy on this, just trying to give it a very low amount of power. And hopefully I can at least get off clean to where I can get down to the floor with it. And we'll just wait and see. I mean, whoever gets closest to 950 and gets across the finish line first, right? I don't think I have to worry about breaking out today and going any faster than 950 with the car not being able to launch. So we'll see what happens. I just cannot leave soft enough to hook on this track. I tried to just baby it out and I still spun. Eventually I did catch traction, but by that time he leaves really soft. He's got a special tune in that car that comes out really nice and soft, even if he watts it. I'm untuned, it makes it really tough. But, and I was kind of catching him at the end, but that little spin is enough. Yeah, this is tough. This is really tough. Well, guys, and there you have it. The verdict is in. I did not get through as expected. You know, the guy I was racing, really good guy. A little more practice on these lanes. Obviously, that was only my second pass. It is so hard to just baby this car out of the hole, which I did. but still didn't run a great time, 994. My 60 foot was a 173, which is just deplorable for this car, and it still didn't hold the power. But I caught the track ever so slightly earlier this run, tried to catch him at the end. His reaction time was insane, 0.03 on a 0.4 Pro tree. That's pretty wicked. I don't know if he was guessing or what, or just he's just that good at the tree. He might be, but that is a really, really good reaction time. My reaction time wasn't awful. It's just trying to baby this thing out of the hole is so hard to do before you can kind of get the foot down to the floor because the prep is just not very good. So 994 versus a 1001. Margin of victory just over a tenth. So he really kind of got me on the 60 foot and on the tree, and I had more mile an hour on him, but it is what it is. I wish I could have caught him on the top end, but I can't break out past the 950. It is what it is, but we had a good run at it, an enjoyable time coming out here, fun to come out and just do something a little bit different. Definitely a challenge at the track today, trying to do this whole index racing thing, but you know what? Sometimes it's, like I said, it's fun to try something just a little bit different. This is the car that beat me, and here is Bill. Of course, good job, buddy. You did great. And Matt, what a reaction time. 0.03.
One off.
Oh man, one off. I wouldn't say that, but man, what a reaction time. And you got me in the 60 foot big time. So kudos to you. The car ran great, and you really didn't have to do a lot more because I know you had more in the car, but I mean, you couldn't kind of slow down because I was so far back there, not getting off the line. But we're all dealing with the same conditions, right? So you did a great job. But I would love to know a little more about what you've done to this car, because it's not a normal Scat Pack.
No, it's a 16 Scat Pack, originally a 392.
Okay. Maybe we can walk over here by. You can show us maybe a little bit about it.
Now, third motor now. This is a GP33 aluminum block in it now. It's brand new, only like 8 passes on the car.
8 passes.
And we're still figuring things out, but it's we're out here fighting, we're out here battling. So
yeah, I mean, you got the nitrous running, all that kind of stuff. But you said you didn't hit it off the line.
No, didn't hit off the line. The track's greasy, as you found out. Out there.
You don't say.
So gonna back off the nitrous. Maybe it'll tighten up a little later on, and we can turn that.
But
up.
you're making some good power in this thing right now. I mean, you're making what, probably close to 900 wheel, you think, somewhere in there?
Probably yes. You know, again, on paper it says this and that, but we'll see.
It's not a normal Scat Pack. And you retain the shaker.
It's a shaker. It's a shaker hood.
It's
like
sitting over there, but yeah.
You can see we have the nitrous outlet direct port system in there. That is, of course, the 6.1 manifold.
Yeah.
That's actually the limiting factor on this motor, is that intake.
The intake, yeah, I imagine.
I wanted to keep a Mopar intake on there for now, see what I
Yeah.
can do with it.
Yeah, no,
But,
that's beautiful. So have you done anything to like the inside of the car, or what kind of transmission you running?
ATI Turbo 400.
Turbo 400, okay.
Yeah, it's got a 4,000 stall in there, an outlaw converter. Thinking about going with a lockup down the road, but I'm gonna just leave it alone for now. And I put taller gears, first and second.
Okay.
And the Turbo 400. This is a 4,000 plus pound car. Anybody knows these cars are heavy.
Yeah.
So that really helped the car get off the line quite a bit.
No, for sure. I mean, it's a beautiful car. You did a great job with this build. I love it. People love seeing builds like this and love it seeing go fast. I mean, you had a Scat Pack, just smoked a Demon 170 in a race. I mean, very few people can say that. So that's pretty awesome. And you got a good wheel setup for this race too.
Yeah, we just tried to have something original, old school style. I'm an old guy, so I like old school. Still married to my beautiful wife for 41 years.
I love it.
So we hang on to things and keep going with it.
I love it, man. Well, thank you very much for the race, buddy. Great job, and I hope to see you win.
Thank you.
Good job, man.
Thank
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Well, we'll get out of Bill's way in just one second. I want to show you his wheel setup. Obviously a 15-inch conversion on the back of this, a little more sidewall than I had, but he's got this thing pretty dialed in. I mean, he didn't have to go a lot faster because he got me so much on the tree. I mean, he did such a great job cutting the light on that, and he's kind of got the track a little more figured out. Here's the inside of his car. You can see that Turbo 400 right there. And let's hope he goes a couple more rounds. I would love to see him run a little more. Of course, the nitrous oxide there. So anyway, great job to him, and we'll follow some more races. So I've been walking around talking to all sorts of folks today. Had a really good time with it. A little frustrated about all the spinning. Everybody out here is really struggling with the track conditions. Everybody's having to dial the power way back off the hit. A lot of guys are not spraying when they normally would. It's a challenge. That's the way racing goes sometimes, guys. That Demon 170 is tough. And there are a couple other Demon 170s out here that are untuned, and they're having the exact same problem I am. They just cannot. It's so violent off the launch. And even trying to take power out of it, it just wants to spin. Now, there are a couple other cars out here that are having some luck, some 170s, but come to find out, they're tuned cars. And the reason that they are not spinning as much off the line is because they're leaving in second gear. The Demon 170 will not allow you, unless you're tuned for it, it will not allow you to leave in second gear, which kind of sucks because it just makes the hit that much more violent. And days like today where the track prep isn't all that great, it is a serious challenge to get any sort of a 60 foot on the car. So it is what it is, guys. You know what I mean? I came out, had a couple of runs, spun pretty bad on both of them. Every other 170 I've seen out here has been spinning its butt off, except for the tune ones. They're still spinning, but not quite as bad. Some guys have gone to 15-inch conversions to try and work that. It's tough. Take a look at this 170. This is one bad boy. Check out the wheel setup he's got on the back of this. This is one of the fastest Demon 170s out there. Obviously, he's got a lot going on with this one. You can see his wheel setup first off. Just take a look at this. So this is not the stock supercharger, it's not the stock engine, but this is from Kong Performance, this supercharger, and it's actually smaller than the 3-liter IHI. However, it makes a lot of power. You can spin the crap out of it. He's got aftermarket pulleys. He's gone as small, I think it's like a 235 pulley, something like that. Pretty small pulley, 130 millimeter throttle body on this beast. This thing makes close to 1,400 wheel horsepower when he's got it on full tilt. It is an absolute monster. Already won the 850 class previously. He's won the 90 class previously. Even in track conditions like this car just goes down. It just works. So when he launches it in second gear, which I cannot do because I don't have my car tuned, he says the car will do the same 60 foot, but it's a lot easier when the track prep is not ideal like today. So that's how a lot of these Demon 170s are getting down through there. But I just thought I would show you this because he's done a lot of work to this. He's had a lot of success with it. It's a very cool build, and it does show what these things can do when they're modded. All right, we got the finals of the 950. This is a class I was in. It's actually a good buddy of mine, huge fan of the channel right here. Guys, check out Mark's car. He's a huge supporter of the channel. This is his drag pack. He just won the fastest class, the 770 class. Look at this beast. And he's a big racer, big fan of the channel, as I mentioned. It's his wife's car. Marge's car is awesome too. Demon 170. Check out her setup right here. Now, her car is tuned and she can launch in second gear, but she's actually doing really well in today's events as well. She's kind of got the launches down on this. Like I said, she can kind of power through in second, which really helps these cars, but she has raced a lot. So she's definitely put in a lot of seat time. So kudos to her. But I love talking to folks like this because, you know, these are real racers, real Mopar loving folks out here. And it's always good to come out to events like this. Here goes the red 170. This is the finals, I believe, of 9.0. Let's see how she does. Second gear launch, I'm assuming. Oh, she got it. Wow. Broke out in the left. 905. She's got that thing dialed in. Now I have something I want to address just really quick because I can already hear it in the comment section. Look, RacerX, if these folks are having luck leaving on a slippery track like this because they can pull some power out by tuning the car, doesn't it make sense for you to do that? You can leave in second gear, all that kind of stuff. In my mind, no. Keep in mind that this is a Demon 170, a very valuable car, and I already had an engine go out on me once, right? I'm on my second engine in this car. I saw the bill that my dealership sent to Stellantis. It was like $48,000. I don't have 48 grand just laying around. And we know that once we start tuning, that engine goes bang, it is on you to fix it. So there is that piece of it. So my whole goal when I got this car was to see what it would do stock. And yes, it is a beast to launch this thing stock. It is not easy. I know there's lots of keyboard warriors out there that say do this, do this, do that. Until you have owned one of these, just about any Demon 170 owner will tell you the same thing. They are tough to get out of the hole because you have to launch in first gear, and it just makes a lot of really hard instant torque. So the runs you saw tonight where they were having some success coming out nice and smooth, those are second gear runs where they're leaving in second and they pulled a bunch of power out so they can leave really smooth like that, and they don't need as much throttle modulation. It just makes it way easier to race that. Well guys, I'm losing my light. As you can see, it's been a pretty fun day. I love coming out here to events like this and talking to people, finding out what they do, how they modify their cars, seeing some unique builds, and just having a good time. I wish my Demon had done a little better, but pretty hard, you know, sledding today with these track conditions. It is what it is. We've got to overcome stuff like this. That's part of racing. Had a good day though, guys. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below, and I'll catch you on the next one. So until then, RacerX.